Zucchini Caviar from Russia, an MRE. So, what are we up to? We're up to trying the first item, well, second item. I tried some crackers before. Oh, and just as a thing, MRE House, which I guess is in Belarus, I got 2 MREs on sale for the same MREs, and they were really packed really well. So much so that there was only one package that had 2 cracked crackers in them. The rest of them were completely whole. None of the packaging was dented. Well, enough, I should say, enough to, break any seals or anything. And so what we're trying first is Zucchini Caviar. Now, what in the world is Zucchini Caviar? Well, it's not caviar, number one. It doesn't contain any eggs at all. Boy, this is fun to try to open up. But basically, it looks almost like pumpkin pudding. But, it smells nice. The kind of a gag name, I guess, or cute name that, caviar is big in Russia, but of course it's expensive and rare sometimes. So you spread this on your crackers instead of, real caviar. This is the vegetarian version. It has no actual, or vegan would it be? Has no actual fish products in it. It's basically tomatoes and onions and a few other things. And it says you can eat it hot or cold. It's funny, I tried to convince my wife to try this, and she's just the opposite of me. Oh, I don't want to put something in my mouth that I don't even know if I like it. So first, the crackers. So these crackers, they're nothing like a saltine cracker. They don't have a lot of salt in them, but they're really firm. So I brought one of the MRE spoons. There were 3 in this because that MRE it's menu number 1, and it's a 24-hour, so there's 3 actual meals in it. So I guess this would be part of a meal. But here we go. We're going to try it out. What? I think the first thing I tasted was a little bit of the vinegar. I think they used vinegar as a preservative. But then I definitely tasted the zucchini. It's funny because I definitely taste, they talk about this on the Food Network all the time. They're judging people's food, and you get different tastes as you eat something. Like that, I tasted a little bit of that vinegar first. Then I tasted the zucchini. And then at the end, there was another flavor. And I'm going to try some more just to see if I can catch what that one was. It included napkins. Oh, that isn't one of the napkins. Where is it? I don't know. So let's just try it alone without the crackers. It's kind of a sweetness at the end. I really like this. They made a big deal that MRE House, this is from MRE House. I think I said that. And it was packed good. Yeah, I said that. But they mentioned this saying, oh yeah, this meal has, some of them have, I don't know whether each number meal does, but each one has a zucchini caviar. So, like I say, you can't afford real caviar, you would use this. It's nice. I'm just trying to separate the taste, but I guess I can't do that well other than saying that it tastes really good. It looks like pumpkin puree, but it doesn't taste like that at all. Well, it's good. It's got a level of spice to it too that I don't know how to describe. But this is definitely a plus. If I was in a foxhole somewhere in Russia, which will never happen, hopefully, I'd want this with me. Why not have something that tastes nice? Very good. And you can see you can eat it just on with a spoon or on your crackers, however you want to do it. But it's very good. And like I say, these stout crackers, I'm calling them stout, I don't know. They're not salty. I would almost compare these to some of the crackers people put in soup, but those are much smaller. But this has that same taste, although it's got a much stronger texture to it. Let me just break one of them, see what you can hear for. You can see how thick they are, and they're really substantial. So again, I mean, part of the reason things are put in so differently too is, crunching on something, eating it, taking time for you to have it in your mouth and swallow it, that adds to the experience of you've eaten and you're full, or you're satisfied, or whatever. And they do have some of the other things that were in there. There was a cheese thing in a tub like this. There were some packets with some jelly in it that would go on these crackers real well. So there you go. Zucchini caviar from a Russian MRE menu number 1. I like it. I'm looking at some of the other things, and one of them is liver, chicken liver, pate or whatever. In the separate things, one of them is a kind of a fruit dessert. So I would assume, I mean, whether you would eat this with a meal or separate, I guess it would be up to you how you wanted to do it. But in this case, if you were a soldier and you had this, it's 1.8 pounds, fairly heavy. No, excuse me, 1.8 kilograms. So that's 1,800. So there's about, I'm just doing this really rough. There's actually 554, but we'll say 500. So you've got 3.5 or almost 4 pounds of food, including the box. And you probably would need the box because, like I say, these containers, from what I've read, are not that rugged. And sometimes they get the shoulders damaged. And I looked at someone else's, something similar to this on YouTube, and he actually had a container you could see was separated because it had an impact somehow, and opening up, you could see there was mold growing from where the break it was to the outside air and everything. But this is fine. So there we go. Zucchini caviar, which includes zucchini, onions, pepper, salt, sugar, whatever, is pretty good. Bye.